Alright guys, so I made my How to Suck Less at NHL 19 videos a few weeks ago, and they went and released a tuner that completely changes the game. So, like every game, we're gonna have to adjust. So I'm No Sleeves 12, and this is How to Suck Less at NHL 19 settings, post-tuner. So first we should discuss what changed. Now everyone since basically NHL 17 has cried about the skill zone. It's not good to be in the game if you don't know what the skill zone is. It basically allows you to just sit your guy in front of the slot in the defensive zone and basically nothing can ever get through and no goals can get scored. It slows the game down. It's not very fun or realistic, and finally they have removed it from the game. So how did they remove it from the game? Well, the AI are basically rookie level in the defensive zone. They don't bump, they don't really hit. It's really hard to knock a player off the puck, and the only way that you get the puck back now is by playing the position of the player you have selected. That's right. So anyone who plays real hockey or knows position well, they're going to succeed in this tuner early on. The reason for it is if you can put your players in the correct spot and make the correct forces and things like that, you're going to succeed a ton. When you start pulling your players out and start chasing them around, because NHL 19 gives you penalties so often, which is good if you spam the poke check or the stick lift now, because you can't bump guys off the puck as well, and the skill zone, the AI is not really all that intelligent in the defensive zone. It leads to a pretty big skill gap in the fact that they can just hold on to the puck until they have that cross crease one-timer or short side wrister. Also like to mention, the short side wrister is back. A lot of people said it wasn't really gone, but there was certain ways that you had to use it to be effective. First, you really had to have a guy over 85 shot accuracy to score a short side wrister consistently. Or you hold the backhand, skate into the slot, and fire backhand. Technically, you're on your forehand. So it'll kind of handcuff the goalie, and that was going in a lot. Now you can do the old NHL 18, skate in, hold forehand, and fire top right or top left, depending on how you're coming into the zone. I'm not really all upset about that because that goal should go in quite a bit, and there are ways to defend it, which I'm going to show you in a later video. But let's get into the settings and strategies you want to use post-tuner to give yourself the best competitive edge in NHL 19. If you're new to my channel and you haven't seen my How to Suck Less videos from NHL 17 or 18, let me just quickly go over the basics. Nothing changes as far as handedness. You want to have left-handed players on the right and right-handed players on the left. This allows you to set up one-timers, and in this new tuner, it is insanely important. So you want to make sure that all of your hands on the wing are opposite. Right-handed on the left wing, left-handed on the right wing. Same goes for defense. You want to have opposite-handed guys at the points. That way you can fire one-timers from deep out. Again, this one is extremely important in the new tuner, so nothing changes here. This is where things get extremely different from the past. So in the past, I recommended using very passive strategies. Basically defend the rush, collapse, frustrate your opponent. The problem is that because the AI is so dumbed down in the defensive zone now, it's very hard to get the puck back from a skilled player. So the best way to avoid that is to have the puck in their end. And I'm going to show you ways to keep the puck and work on ways to get scoring chances through these settings. But let's start with the forecheck, the 1-2-2 aggressive. Basically what you want to do is make sure that you're hammering your opponent the second that you forecheck and the puck's loose in the defensive zone. Having the 1-2-2 means that your guys are always pressing up and there's always one guy just absolutely attacking the loose puck carrier. The neutral zone, that doesn't change. The 1-4, you still want to have 4 guys at the blue line to deny zone entry. Denying zone entry is so important now, more than ever. Trap and forecheck. It used to be all the way to trap. Now it's all the way to forecheck. The second that you guys get the puck in the offensive zone and lose it, you want to have everyone hounding that puck. The reason is one, if it's a below average player, they're going to get real sweaty when they have AI or yourself just completely hounding them every single second that they have the puck in the defensive zone, which leads to turnovers and obviously scoring chances. But moreover than that, you want to make sure you take passing lanes and watch the breakouts and things like that. So when you have settings like this so aggressive, it kind of stops that. The offensive pressure, you want to have this to conservative. This is what causes breakaways or 2-on-1s a ton, and I don't think a lot of people realize it. The offensive pressure is basically how much, when you're on the rush, how much your players will not worry about skating back or stopping or slowly creeping up on the rush. So if you lose the puck before you get into the zone or just inside the zone, because your guys are set to full aggressiveness on the offensive pressure, they're not going to be stopping enough, and you're going to be caught with 2-on-1. So have this set to conservative. Now, defensive pressure. This goes to high pressure, guys. No more collapsing now that the skill zone's gone. You want to make sure that you have guys always attacking the puck carrier. Now, because you have guys always attacking the puck carrier, that means that there's one or two ways to get exploited. One would be if someone who is skilled just controls the puck and circles around a bunch because it's high pressure. Eventually, the guy's going to get beat. Again, AI doesn't take penalties. They don't auto-hold against the boards. They don't stick check a ton. So now you want to control the player pressuring the guy with the puck. And I'm going to show you how to do that in another video. But for this specifically, you want to make sure that it's set to high pressure. Now, if you are not someone who can watch for one-timers and cross creases, then this is where you want to switch it to protect net. The reason why is because you need to play with your deficiencies. If you can't grasp or understand or see how to stop one-timers and how to play defensively with defensemen, you're going to struggle a lot with the high pressure. But again, I'm going to have a video that goes over all of that. Next up is tight point. Tight point is pretty key because it means that your wingers are going to be up high so that they can't really use their points for one-timers. One-timers in NHL 19 are extremely effective from the point because tipping is back, and you can just shoot far side on a one-timer from the defenseman, and it's going to go in quite a bit with someone with decent stats. This goes for Versus and Hut. The penalty kill, large box, that just means that all four of your guys will attack. Power play is overload. That's nothing really new. Control breakout, still use the strong side slant. It's the only option, guys. Again, if you don't know what that is or how to use it, I'm going to show you in the how to score video post tuner. Control breakout on the power play, still single swing, and then breakout is or quick breakout is leave zone early. And then in 3-on-3, always choose passive because it's all about puck control in overtime. So let's get into the line strategies. Now, these ones are going to change throughout games, and I'm going to show you why, but what you want to start with, again, is the classic overload. It is when you have three guys on either the left or right side of the boards, and there's a guy in the slot waiting for the one-timer. Basically, you're just passing it between the boards on the three players, and eventually someone in the slot will get open. The overload is super effective, again, because the AI doesn't pressure very well. Now, on defense, I get a lot of questions about strategy or settings as far as hold the line and pinch. In this new tuner, pinch. Full out aggressiveness. Until you guys are giving up a ton of breakaways or 2-on-1, don't worry about it. It is all about making sure that you hound the puck when you lose it because it is so hard to get it back in the defensive zone. It's something I'm going to preach for a long time here, guys, since the new tuner. The important thing to remember about this strat setting is that you need to adjust if it isn't working. Like every single strat setting, it's something I do more than almost anyone I've ever met that plays competitive NHL. If I'm not winning or I'm down by 3 goals, it does you zero harm to completely change from either being passive to full out aggressiveness or full out aggressiveness to passive. It does you no good staying the same because you're getting worked anyways. So that's something I'm always going to preach. But when you open the game, this is what I want you guys to do, and I'm going to show you things to watch for and things like that in the upcoming videos. But yeah, it's something that you're going to have to adjust to with the full-out aggressiveness. This is much different than the pre-tuner. This is a big change mid-NHL, and good thing it is early on, but it's also a great fix. You have to play defensively and know your positions well, or else you're just going to get roasted senseless by good players because you can't just sit in the middle now. It doesn't work. So it is a great change, but I'm going to have videos explaining in detail. My defense one specifically is going to be super important if you guys struggle with it. We're going to go from there. But yeah, guys, so this was my settings video for the post-tuner of NHL 19. I hope you guys like it. Let me know if it works for you, if you have any questions about how to use it. Again, like I said, my offense and defense video will be coming out very shortly, going into detail on how to use them. But if you have any questions early on, just let me know. And make sure you bang the like and subscribe button. It does help me quite a bit. Thank you, guys. And if you want, catch me on Twitch live Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., every Monday to Friday, and yeah, catch me watch play some NHL 19. So guys, thank you for watching. I'm No Sleeves 12. You guys stay sweet.